Hi and welcome to another gaming video, and in today's video I want to show off my sort of handheld console collection. And trust me, it's not as large as you think, and it's not as large as it used to be. Probably about a year or so ago, I looked at my collection and I thought, well, I've got 15 DS consoles here. Why do I need 15 DS consoles? They all pretty much do the same thing. Yes, I had some original DSs and some DS Lites, and there are some slight differences, but they pretty much just play the same games and operate exactly the same way. You've got exceptions like the 3DS, which will play 3DS games, and the DSs won't. I had a sort of a reshuffle and a slim out, and it was a huge slim out. So now I currently only own 4 physical consoles, and with those 4 physical consoles I can play lots of other systems, and I don't mean unofficially. So this is my collection of handheld consoles. Yep, just 4 of them, and all of those consoles pretty much can play other systems. So with my Game Boy Advance SP I can play Game Boy, Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance games, all in this one little compact system. Fantastic. Then we move on to my 3DS. Now the 3DS will play DS games, it will play DSi games, and it will play 3DS games. So that's another 3 systems in one console. I've got my PS Vita, which it is running custom firmware, so it does allow me to play PSP games. I'd much prefer consoles that can physically play games, so you can plug a Game Boy game into an actual cartridge. But the Vita does give me the option to play PSP games, so I'm going to say we've got 2 consoles in one here, even though it's not official and you're not sort of plugging a cartridge in. And those are my 3 main consoles for playing lots of systems on. I also do have my Nintendo DSi LL, which, yes, I know my 3DS can play everything for, but I much prefer playing DS games on this large screen. I did think about at one point replacing this with a 3DS XL, but I'm quite attached to this and I like the form factor of it. So this is slightly surplus because I could play everything from this on this, and if it really bugged me then I could buy just a 3DS XL and replace both of these. But there you go. That is my 4 physical consoles. This one, yes, is a little surplus, but playing DS games on that is amazing. And I do use it is running custom firmware, so I can use it for lots of other sort of emulated systems. But in this video, I'm particularly talking about physical consoles playing physical cartridges. So this is a DSi, but you can plug DS cartridges in it. This is a 3DS, but you can also plug DS cartridges in it, and this is a Game Boy Advance, but you can also plug Game Boy and Game Boy Color cartridges in it. This is a Vita, but you can't plug PSP games into it. But technically on the store there are PSP titles, so it does officially play PSP games. But there you go, that is my 4 consoles that I have in my collection, and I don't really see me sort of growing that much more. So you've got this one, and this one, and this one, and this one. I won't be buying any more Nintendo consoles unless I was to upgrade to a Switch. I've got sort of both Sony handheld consoles pretty much here. Unless I was to go down something like the Neo Geo Pocket route or a WonderSwan possibly, then I really am sort of set up for playing as many games, consoles, systems in as little actual consoles as possible. And I'm not a collector. I am a player, and I am someone who likes to shoot videos. So this little 4 collection of consoles will keep me going for a long time. And like I said, I'm not a collector, I am a player. So that is why I wanted to get like 3 consoles out of this and 3 consoles out of this, because it means I could just own that console, but it opens up lots of opportunities. And yes, custom firmware. I could stick custom firmware on this. It does have it on, and I could probably play all of these, and all of these on this, and all wrap it up into one. But you can't plug physical cartridges in. Well, you can't plug physical Game Boy or Game Boy Advance or Game Boy Color cartridges into this, and I didn't want to rely on emulation. So there you go. That is my 4 games consoles, and that is all I own for now. Link, like, subscribe, enjoy.